like these videos, click here and here if you like more videos like this.
Formation lap complete, and riders are lined up on the Termas hondo front straight. Just a few more seconds and we'll get going in the Argentine Grand Prix.
Green flag waves. It's time to tango in Argentina MotoGP style. And Aleix Espargaro, not a great launch off the line from that pole position. Jorge Martin got a superb start on the Pramac Ducati. Likewise, Espargaro, he moves up into second place, but Martin, is he a little bit wide in that first corner? No, he's got the whole shot. Martin leads.
Quartararo got a pretty good start from the outside of the second row, although he got a bit boxed in on the inside of turn one. Aleix Espargaro looking to get up the inside now of Luca Marini's turn one. One of Suzuki's is very well. It looks like Alex Rins is already up inside the top four. He's trying to battle with Espargaro, Vinales and Quartararo just behind them.
Yeah, Rins made a superb start from 7th place, got himself quickly into 3rd, although he's got a little bit beefed up in those first couple of corners. Now back into 5th place, Marini there in 3rd, Espargaro in 4th, but it's been a lightning start and first lap here so far for Jorge Martin. Got a 7 or 8 bike lengths clear into turn 5.
Look at Nakagami trying to go around the outside. He's passed Quartararo and Mir, and he's trying to get past Maverick Vinales. Nakagami, you can see him there just to the inside. He's just gained 3 spots up into the top 7 now. Mir and Quartararo behind. Then come Brad Binder and then Bastianini. No great progress for the factory Ducatis though. Miller down to 15th. Bagnaia still 13th.
Great move that by Espargaro. He just moved Alex Rins off the Optimum Racing line up on his fellow Spaniard into 5th place, 4th place rather, at turn 7. Here comes Taka Nakagami, but a stunning start from the Japanese rider there. As Lewis said, he started 10th. He's having a really good early battle here with a second under police, Maverick Vinales. That's brave by Vinales, coming through the fast left-hander turn number 11. He had the inside line, but Nakagami standing firm on the outside. Great early action here in Termas.
Mir ready to pounce as well. Mir's going to take full advantage of that. He's going to ease Maverick Vinales aside into turn 13. Juan Mir comes through then. That moves him up into 7th place. Vinales drops back. Quartararo's now trying to take advantage as well. And just behind him come Binder and Bastianini, who've not made the progress they would have hoped to from their lowly grid positions.
Yeah, the same goes for Pecco Bagnaia. He's up into 12th place. Only picked up 1 spot. That was tight there, wasn't it? Between the World Championship leader, Onea Bastianini, and Brad Binder, really close. There was almost contact between those two in the braking zone for that first corner. Here's Bastianini now at the inside of Fabio Quartararo, and he's made that move stick, although no he hasn't. He was just in a little bit hot. Bastianini getting his nose blooded early on here in Argentina.
Quartararo getting beaten up as well. That puts him outside the top 10 now for the reigning world champion. We're on board with him now, and he's got 2 factory Ducatis, Bagnaia and Zarco's Pramac machine right behind him, so expect them to be in touch with him as well. Andrea Dovizioso, his race has ended early. He's already entered the pits as Nakagami goes wide.
Yeah, Nakagami was in way too hot at turn 5. It's a disaster for Dovizioso again. A mechanical ruled him out in Mandalika when he felt like he had the pace to fight for the podium in the rain conditions. Out on the very first lap here then for Andrea Dovizioso. Espargaro up the inside of Luca Marini, albeit very briefly at turn 7. He made a move on the previous lap on Alex Rins there, did Espargaro, so he's very strong on the front end of that Repsol Honda into 7, up into turn 9, and he finally makes that move stick on Marini.
Espargaro back through then. Simon, I believe you can see what's happened with the Dovizioso down there very quickly. What's the problem?
Yeah, it looks like the front start device is holding the front down. That hasn't released.
There's Andrea Dovizioso's problem. Simon mentioned a moment ago that the front device appears to be jammed on, so we think that's what the problem is with him. Alex Rins looking to get aggressive up the inside of Luca Marini, and Mir gets past Maverick Vinales. Vinales lays on the brakes trying to get past the Suzuki. Mir back through into 6th.
Alex Rins is looking really strong, as we expected he would do, given his great record here in Argentina. He just picked up late on that last lap, Luca Marini. So Rins up in the 4th place, doing a 1:39.7.
How soul-destroying must that be for Fabio Quartararo, having made all the hard work to get past Johan Zarco in the last lap. Zarco breezes past him on the back straight down towards turn 5. So Zarco back into 12th place. Quartararo looking to get it tight out of turn 5. We go now left through 6. Turn 7 will be another potential overtaking spot for Quartararo, who's saying he's had to brake as late as he dares to make progress in this Grand Prix. He's having a look at Zarco, but no way through. The frustration will be building for the world champion.
Yeah, that Suzuki top speed is impressive, isn't it, so far this year? We saw it blitz past the Ducatis on the long straight in Qatar. Second to 1, there's a yellow flag gone out. Now, who have we lost anybody, or is it just a run-off?
Zarco, I think, he's dropping down.
Gone down, yeah. So Johan Zarco on the podium for the first time in 13 Grand Prix, last time out in Mandalika. He's down at turn 2. So Pramac hopes now resting firmly on the shoulders of Jorge Martin. What a job he's doing. We're on board here with their fellow Frenchman Fabio Quartararo. Zarco tips it in, but doesn't come out the other side, unfortunately. Disappointment then here in Argentina for Zarco, who would have had high hopes coming here. A double Moto2 winner here previously in Argentina.
Paul Espargaro wide there. Rins now trying to get up the inside now as they go around turn 8. That'll put him on the outside for 9, but he's clear ahead of Paul Espargaro. Rins into third. That will set danger signs off amongst the leading two.
The problem for Alex Rins is, has Jorge Martin and Aleix Espargaro already pulled too far clear at the front of this race? Alex Rins is 2 seconds behind Aleix Espargaro now. Of course, he's got time. He can bridge that gap, but it's how much he has to work. But in particular, that soft rear tyre. Now, I was just about to say what's happened to Franco Morbidelli, because he was down in 16th place. Horrible day for Yamaha continues. Fabio Quartararo had 2 mechanicals, did he, pre-race in Mandalika. Dobby was ruled out with an electrical problem in those rain conditions. Dovizioso's already had to pull in and then go back out in this Grand Prix. Now Franco Morbidelli looks like he's got some kind of issue as well, which is going to rule him out prematurely in Argentina. The Aprilia camp already looking pretty tense and tight. Likewise, Pramac Ducati, as they watch their man Danny Ramignoli, the crew chief, the Jorge Martin. Got some bad news, fellas. There's still 16 laps of this race to go, so plenty more time to gnaw away at those fingernails. The gap between Martin and Aleix Espargaro over the line is just over a quarter of a second. Oh, Aleix Espargaro's gone in a little bit hot there in the first corner. First mistake we've seen all weekend, really, from the Aprilia man, and that's going to just cost him maybe a couple of tenths. We'll have a check on the gap between Martin and Espargaro when they click through the first sector. The gap was just over a quarter of a second. What is it now after that small mistake on the front end for Aleix Espargaro? Well, yeah, it cost him dearly. He lost 4/10 of a second running wide then in the first corner. The first mistake we've made then, it's been wheels in line all weekend for Aleix Espargaro, but he crucially loses nearly half a second with that running wide on the first corner on turn 10.
Bagnaia having another look at Luca Marini. Marini goes a little bit wide. Bagnaia able to carry a tighter line through turn 5, but still no way through for Bagnaia. He's showing on your tower on the left-hand side of your screen ahead of Marini as he now resets. Marini got back through, so maybe Bagnaia down the back straight was able to get his nose in front. He's now having another look into turn 7. Bagnaia getting a little bit impatient. We saw him with a little bit of hand gestures, a little bit of body language that I don't normally see from Bagnaia. It's important that he keeps his head cool here. Long race, still 15 laps still to go. Plenty of points still to play for Pecco if he can keep his head.
Yeah, and while this is a good rescue job for Bagnaia, what's going to sting, what will hurt him, is the fact that there is a GP22 in the hands of Jorge Martin that at the moment is running away with this Argentinian Grand Prix. Although Aleix Espargaro has very quickly recovered from that pretty wretched lap 10, the previous lap when he was, well, lost 9/10 of a second. He's recovered 4/10 already in the first 3 sectors on this current lap. In fact, Aleix Espargaro set the best lap of the Grand Prix. That's how you respond from a couple of mistakes on lap 10. On lap 11, firing the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 1:39.375.
Perhaps gives us an idea of the true pace of Aleix Espargaro on that Aprilia. When he needed to unleash a little bit of pace, look what he did. He pulled out a 1:39.375. As you can see, just 3/10 slower than the fastest ever race lap around this circuit. So Aleix Espargaro able to pull 4/10 back. As you can see, Martin's not exactly getting much slower, only a 10th slower than he'd been on the previous 2 laps. It's Aleix Espargaro's pace which appears to be dictating the outcome of this Grand Prix. He's closing in once again. In this first sector, Martin has been able to stabilise that. He stays at 3/4 of a second, although you can see that top left corner of your screen. That updates more frequently than the 4 sector points. It's already down to around half a second.
Yeah, he's 1.5 seconds adrift of Aleix Espargaro. Is he just going to run out of time? Did he spend that little bit too long fighting it out with Paul Espargaro in that battle for 3rd place? Because it just looks... Oh, Paul Espargaro's gone down. I'm pretty sure that was Paul Espargaro, sector 1, turn 2. I think the Repsol Honda man has crashed out of this Grand Prix. Was it Paul Espargaro? It was. So the nightmare 2 weeks for HRC just goes on. Paul Espargaro then was in 4th place, nearly a second clear of Joan Mir. You can see how frustrated he is. That's a proper stomp, isn't it, from Paul Espargaro. We're on board with it now. He's going to flick it left into the second corner. And it just got unsettled on the front end. Paul Espargaro, nothing he can do about that. So HRC minus Marc Marquez this weekend, and now minus Paul Espargaro in this Grand Prix when he was in.
The riders are enjoying their lap of honour, soaking up the crowd's applause. Let's take the opportunity to have a look at the MotoGP final classification together.